I'd like to apologize if this is making anybody sick trying to watch this, because there's a lot of movement in different directions simultaneously. So it's a lot for your eyes to kind of track, but that's kind of the point. A lot of the videos that I make tend to kind of test the limits of your perception. And so I'm just kind of playing with the idea of, this is a video, but I've also worked in film, film working with frames, and just to describe what we're looking at here, I'm kind of playing with, how film, goes through a film projector and is projected, even though this is video. What I have here it's called collective memory. So the photographs that you see I took and a couple other people took, and all the people that you see here are people from my college days, basically. I did some drawings of them. And, it's kind of, a lot of my work is very impersonal, I would say. A lot of times it has to do with architecture or just kind of more abstract, things that have to do with perception. But this one is one of the more personal things that I've done. It's kind of captures a time and a place, but at the same time, maybe has some kind of universal qualities. You can maybe see recognize some of these places, or, see a face that looks familiar or something like that. But the images that you're seeing that are going up and down, like these landscapes that have no people in them, these are all photographs that were printed. And then I had at the time, my girlfriend, and now my wife, she sewed them together. You can actually see that this is actually, a physical object that I just ran past the camera and recorded. She sewed them together to kind of reinforce the fact, those boundaries, just kind of remind you of, the boundaries of those frames and kind of the artifice of it. So I ran it through kind of like I set up a camera on a tripod and just kind of ran this long strip of photographs through manually by hand. So it has its own kind of organic tempo or rhythm. And so when one of those frames, when one of the photographs leaves the frame of the field of view, it makes a certain beep, And then these images of the people that are going by over top, these make a different kind of a beep. But those are digitally superimposed, so they have a very regulated mechanical, kind of a rhythm to them. Whereas when I'm pulling it through by hand, I can't do it perfectly. So there's this kind of subtle tension between the rhythm of the beeps of the backdrops or the landscapes that are going through, and you can, they start with more sky in the images and more rural images, and by the end we get into more urban images, and then we get back to more sky at the end. But yeah, so it's just kind of playing with kind of like how much your eyes can take. Oh, and I forgot the bubbles, of course. The bubbles are just kind of like an element of whimsy. Of course there are bubbles. So I had a friend on the sidelines blowing bubbles randomly. Just, and then, this is our intermission right here, to give your eyes kind of like a break here. A nice, this is actually contact paper on my little card table that I used to eat off of. Something kind of folksy. But yeah, the bubbles come through just to kind of remind you of, maybe the artifice of the whole construction here. So this is my awkward attempt at doing something personal. And I'm not sure if it's successful in that way, but it's more of just like this game that I'm playing with something that I can visualize that I want to see executed. I can kind of visualize this, all of these, photographs, strung together and run past the camera, but I just have to create that to see what that looks like. I mean, I can visualize it, but I really just need to see, what that looks like. So it was sort of an exercise in a play in kind of like how much visual information, what your eyes are going to follow. And it is quite challenging.